Welcome back. I'm Rain. I'll be introducing the CleverGirls team. They brought the Rifter, Dragoon, Execure, Oracle, and Apocalypse. And the Apocalypse actually has the IGC skin, so I'm super smug about that. And they have all warped in together at 50.
Yeah, and Team Johnny on the side have got Raven, Cyclone, Scythe, Thrasher, and Slasher, and their tackle's coming close, along with their Cyclone, and their Scythe and their Raven at 100 kilometers. Now look, the Raven is at perfect distance to do an MJD move on that Apocalypse. He's almost exactly 100 kilometers. He's coming in at the perfect angle, and we'll see now whether or not he spools up his MJD in order to try and perform that maneuver. I can't see it just yet, so we'll see. Maybe he's waiting for the APOC reactors. The match starts.
Yep, and it looks like CleverGirls are primarying Zoe Fish Pants in the Thrasher for Team Johnny. I'm also watching this Raven. It looks like he's just flying towards the CleverGirls team, not really activating his MJD. I'm waiting for it though. I think it will come eventually.
I kind of expected it to have happened by now.
Oh,
There he
there it
goes.
goes!
There he
There
goes.
it goes!
But they've always lost the Thrasher by rushing in that tackle. I'm not so. I don't think he should have waited that long. I think he should have deep. I think maybe he was waiting for some tackle on the APOC before he dived in, but he decided now to anyway. And he's in range of that Apocalypse, but he doesn't look like he's managed to get tackle. So the Apocalypse is going to kite away. We'll see whether or not he can do any damage to it. The Raven has torpedoes and it has some damage application mod, so it should damage to both the battle cruisers possibly and the Ravens. And now one volley there, hitting the Oracle straight into half shields. It looks like they are going to prime in the Oracle. Whether or not they can stay alive though, without their Thrasher.
I was gonna say, this Raven, he immediately started going in on this Apocalypse, and the Rifter actually scrammed and webbed him defensively to try and keep him from moving too close. And they're also, it looks like, tracking disruptor drones on both the Apocalypse and the Oracle. Someone's saying though Raven itself actually dropped those. I think this is the second time in both major and minor leagues we've seen tracking disruptor drones.
Yeah, it's a really interesting counterplay to the APOC there, and it's interesting to see teams switching up their drone base depending on what team has picked. I don't think it's probably something that the teams take too much attention, make too much attention to while they're actually picking and banning. It's something they do afterwards to try and balance things out a little bit. This Oracle taking tons of damage now. He's really struggling to stay alive, even though he's got full armor reps. It does look like these torpedoes are raining in on him. Is definitely target painted, and another volley hits him there. It looks like he's trying to kite away now, and he probably will be able to get out of range of those Raven missiles before he dies. But will he be able to get away from the Cyclone? The Cyclone does look like it's pinned down here, possibly by that Dragoon. If he can shake though Dragoon's tackle, he will be able to kill that Oracle. But no, it doesn't look like he is. He is pinned down as well. Excellent plays here from CleverGirls here, just controlling the match by the tackles of the Dragoon and the Rifter.
Yeah, the Oracle does seem to be holding now. He has a lot of armor maintenance bots on him, and it looks like, as well as those Execure reps, so it looks like he will be okay. However, it looks like Primaire has now switched to the Dragoon over holding onto that Cyclone. He's not being primaried.
He's not, and the Raven is on borrowed time now. He is actually very close to this APOC that has just gone, well, the way of me dealing with these tracking drones is to just get straight up in your face. APOC and Raven have got roughly the same amount of HP, I believe. Maybe APOC's a little bit less. The Raven is almost out of them. That side is not going to be able to keep him alive, even in perfect optimal. This APOC with conflag loaded is going to be doing a lot of damage up close, and it's going to basically, he's starting to cut into the Raven's armor now, which is going to mean, I think that well, yeah, Catatonic Dawn here, and the APOC's dropping him very, very hard now, and the Oracle's coming back in to add some DPS as well. This doesn't look good for the Raven.
No, he's barely holding on. It's great primary by both the Oracle and the Apocalypse, just being able to get range on him and then just shoot him in the face.
Oh, look how
much damage! Rifter.
Sorry, he's cutting there. Look how much damage that I'm taking though from these torpedoes. Baldog here just hanging on. He's got a little bit of shield claw back there. He's going to need that one more volley, and he might be able to get the Apocalypse into the hull. No, but he hasn't. He is down actually now, and I don't think the Cyclone is going to have enough DPS to do anything.
No, and so this Apocalypse is now free to switch targets as well as get his health back. Looks like he is being repped up very quickly. It looks like they're now primarying the Cyclone as their next target on the field for CleverGirls.
Yeah, definitely. We saw there then the Raven target painting and tackling that APOC and being really up close, loading heavy damage missiles, just doing tons of damage, tons of chunks each volley with its missiles from that APOC. But Team Captain said to me, I sort of said, is the Raven any good? Tried to make torpedoes relevant, and they said, it's a great works, and if it doesn't, it's horrible. And I think, unfortunately for Battledog, it hasn't worked today. He's says in local, I hate this game sometimes. I guess maybe if he'd landed a grab at APOC, things could have been very different if they just primed it. That we just could have just basically siloed the APOC and wouldn't matter about the Executor reps because the Raven has over 1,000 DPS.
Yeah, and I'm kind of confused. So it looks like this APOC and the Oracle are actually priming the Cyclone, but he's actually holding up pretty well with these Scythe reps. And it's actually kind of humorous because I'm looking at this Rifter and Dragoon, and they are tag teaming this Slasher. They're not killing him, but they're also keeping him out of the fight. So I'm not quite sure where they're going with that, rather than, say, tackling the Team Johnny Logi or something like that. It looks like we have two split battles with these battleships, battle cruisers, as well as the support wing.
Yeah, Brett, the excellent, superb logistic pilot, Thomas there, managing to keep reps on all of his teams at once there. He's topping up the APOC, the Dragoon, and the Rift there as necessary, just meaning that the Shield team, Tebble there, not being able to do anything. He has destroyed now, leaving only the Side and Slasher, which is basically 0 DPS, left on the grid. Will we see one of these ships here kite off now to gain some points? I don't think so. I think only the Side isn't tackled, but he's trying his best to keep the Slasher alive. No, Side dying in the fire now.
Yep. The Rifter had actually switched over to the Scythe, and he was like volleyed off the field by that Oracle and Apocalypse. So all that's left is the Slasher. Looks like actually a dominating victory for CleverGirls. So they had lost earlier today, and now they come back and just completely sweep the field from Team Johnny.
That's going to be really important for them. They need that dominating victory. That'll push them up into second for sure. Just behind the other team. So CleverGirls and the other team coming out really strong here. I think other team the only team not to have lost a match yet. And then CleverGirls have just lost one match. So it's getting pretty it's pretty close at the top there. Definitely between second and third place. Really interesting. Nice try by Battledog, but the play didn't work, unfortunately.
With that, we'll send it back to the Poppy in the studio.